change picks. The value the Aatrox can get here is absolutely massive.
Who kills Aatrox? Like once he gets his items, that's going to be
just fine for the moment. Down by about a wave is probably what you'd expect for the Akali in this matchup. Seismic Shove is going to catch him though as BDD takes a turret shot, has to flash to get out of the way of Chovy. That was as BDD feeling a little less hyphy in this lane for the moment. 5-point strike will connect there onto Chovy. And there is the...
What's your problem with saltwater bodies, Max? Like, why didn't you like the ocean?
I just don't think Ocean Soul is very powerful in League of Legends. I do think that the ocean is pretty cool though. And Chovy going to be flashing away from BDD here. Doesn't find the shuriken backflip for that reason, but hits level 4. I think this next fight is going to tell us so much.
Because I do think they need to win, right? Like, Duro?
Oh, yeah, actually taking a lot of damage here as the last turret shot comes through a little bit late. The train is making its way down, and Perfect will be able to pick up
low
this.
HP. They obviously knew it wasn't Doctam because he wasn't using his Q, but you see Canyon and Keen moving over for Cuz.
Yeah, good sidestep here from Cuz. Does get pulled back by the Infernal Chains, but puts down the kennel for Keen. BDD now into the Shroud, and they're looking to lock down 2 of these grubs. We'll see whether KT can actually do that as they're waiting on this Smite cooldown momentarily. Canyon moves on in. He should be able to get this second one, and we'll see whether Gen.G decide to stick around as Keen. Still at about 50% health, but he is Aatrox. Doesn't quite have the broken item yet, but does, of course, just have his passive.
Yeah, Cuz is going to have his Smite sooner, so I think Gen.G knew they just had to kind of, as long as they're getting the one grub to deny, they're kind of okay with not fully contesting when they don't need to. Oh,
BDD going in, does throw down the ulti here, doesn't hit the backflip, but now BDD underneath the turret, and it's Chovy that outplays it! Oh no, if that shuriken had landed, he would have done it, but instead it's Chovy.
Okay, you know, I forced him out of lane, I still have my flash.
I was honestly expecting it, and then he went back in.
Then he fully committed. Oh,
Peter looking for the Pop Blossom, doesn't get it onto Ruler. The spell shield's fantastic. Does still manage to land the Tangle Bobs, though, is now Doctam going aggro towards Duro here. He flashes away, but the slow connects onto Ruler. Great sidestep from Peter there, as well as it's now Duro in trouble, and Doctam picks up the kill. The sidesteps were pretty nice, but not enough.
And this is just the power of the level 6 from the Zeri. That being said,
that's Talia.
Yeah, teleport to come on through here as they're looking to try and turn it, standing their ground as they maybe shouldn't have. Flash out there from Doctam is now BDD going aggro once again. Sliding over the wall though, Jet Set Radio.
But it's just kind of showing the power of the ultimate combo from this Nico and Zeri. Really needs to be respected in the 2v2. Now look at this team fight.
Yeah, Dragon's going to be equalized here as pay attention please, Orcs. Interruption on the weave as well, fantastic. There's Chovy down very low once again, has to use that flash immediately as soon as it comes back off cooldown. This game's still exceptionally close, but Gen.G slowing down.
KT, we said going into this, coming out of the draft, they needed momentum with his composition. Oh no.
Yeah, there's the flick onto Peter immediately. Gets quicknessed up though, and the charm is going to hold him in place long enough for that Nico to just have no options.
So that initial play from...
Duro moving in, BDD wanting to backflip his way over this wall, but it's getting dicey. Does get on over. Megacone is going to be there as well as the Rift Herald down to 50% health. KT had already started this one up. Teleport in from Perfect. He's going to have to land this engage if they want to stand a chance. As Canyon goes in, manages to take the Rift Herald here. The knock up onto the Scion, who's being thrown around like a ragdoll, and now Keen finds the back line. The flash over the wall from Perfect, but he's out of the fight. Pop Blossom does nothing at all. And the Weaver's Wall comes in. Perfect somehow actually utilizing it quite well, but it's Zeri that goes down first. Canyon sacrifices himself, and now Chovy is behind enemy lines claiming all the flashes. And that fight was almost 100% Gen.G.
It looked like Gen.G had a 4,000 gold lead with how that fight played out. Oh, Shuriken doesn't connect. At no point in that did KT really look like they had any momentum. It felt like they were just running away for most of the time. They find a turnaround kill in the Canyon, but that's really it. For the rest of it was just kite, run, escape, and KT just managed to barely get out looking at there. And then, yeah, they killed Canyon in the back, but it just never felt like an actual fight from KT.
Well, we might see another one here, or at least an attempt, as Seismic Shove connects onto Perfect. He is in a lot of trouble. Infernal Chains pull him back in. Wind Becomes Lightning doesn't find the mark here as BDD on a flank angle does get that Shroud down. Now Ruler in trouble as Cuz gets on top of him, but Perfect is going to be the first one to go down. Just front to back. here from Gen.G as Ruler claims the first kill. Doctom sliced in half by the full health Keen. And yeah, that problem that you posed earlier, Chronicler, we're seeing the answer is there's nothing. There's no option. As maybe if he's not there, then there's a possible kill onto Ruler. He's going to be able to avoid the shuriken, but because he's just got a big club. So there's
not going to go for Keen. Dogdom needs to be in range to do damage, and Keen is already so far. The cleaver is done.
Yeah, no, that's absurd. 2 items have been completed as Chovy drives on in, doesn't find the seismic shove, but they will be able to find this first turret. And Gen.G, they would have got more feats of strength, but
at any point.
2025.
Particularly at this point, particularly at this specific moment in time.
Yeah.
It's like the spookiest point of the movie.
And yeah, it's spooky as well because there is a hiding Zeri. Is now Chovy going to get knocked up, and that is another kill going over to Doctom. That is a lot of money for him as well, as that's shutdown gold going in. They also get a teleport out of King.
And there it is again. It's the Death Brush. It's just the same play, and it works.
But I think it's the sort of play you definitely need to be making because your 5v5 is just not working right now. So go for these picks, and the gold goes to the right person. This time around, 770 gold went to Doctom, so big influx for the Zeri. Should have second item completed.
Yeah, knock up onto Cuz here as Keen finds the angle, and Subjugate is not going to keep him alive, although it is at least trying. Yeah, tried to make that one work. Sundered Sky, an item not broken enough to save him.
Oh, that's going to be a lot of paddles.
Yeah. Canyon get into work on this Otacon, and there's going to be no response from KT as they are focusing on taking down this inner turret. Keen looking for the angle here. We'll see how unkillable he actually is.
Very!
As it turns out, yes, entirely unkillable is the answer, as they decide they're just going to instead run away, as the Otacon is just going to be taken for free.
And the thing is, it was going to be a trade, right? Bottom lane, they got the tier 1, they were going for the tier 2. They're like, look, we give up Otacon, but we get a big influx of gold for the Zeri. Gen.G deny that. Now you're trading that bot lane tier 1 for the top lane tier 1, and you just get Otacon for free, essentially.
We pay him the big bucks. And thankfully, he asked the question. Unfortunately, we didn't get a good answer. As Perfect doesn't have a good answer to Gen.G just popping out of this brush either. Although, Doctom and Cuz moving down might be an option. Duro comes in for a bit of a flank angle as the Runans coming on in means that Doctom does do a fair bit of work.
They got to try.
Yeah, looking for a bit of an angle here. We'll see where they can find it. The seismic shove connects. And Cuz taken down to below half health already before the fight has even started. And Shuriken backflip not going to connect onto Chovy once again. This dragon down relatively low. We'll see whether they can steal it away because he just can't get in. And it is just going to be secured here by Gen.G. Now Perfect trying to run away, does break the chains that bind. I just don't know whether that's going to be enough as the wall will be put up. And not going to be followed through on as Gen.G. They can just back away if they would like to. Good backflip out of the way of Duro here, as now Keen possibly out of position as he does go into that World Ender state, and now the train is going to connect Pop Blossom onto 2. Can Keen actually die? The answer is no, ladies and gentlemen, because he is just too massive. Cuz going to go down as well, and if you're ever going to kill him, it was going to be there. So for the rest of the game, I think Keen's just immortal.
It was a 10%!
Maximum value from the Sundered Sky at that HP. He just deletes Doctom, and as soon as he's down, the damage isn't there. Gen.G turn the fight around. An engage from Peter doesn't have the follow-through, and Gen.G looks like they're going to be winning this game too.
Oh my god, duo this Baron if they would like to. They are going to call for some help as KT. It's all about the Hail Marys.
No, Keen's there. Get away, KT.
Yeah, unfortunately, the certification office is now closed, and VDD is stuck inside his blue buff pit. And now Keen looking for a bit of an angle. The solo Pop Blossom comes in. VDD, a bit of burst damage, but the Baron is going to be secured. And KT are just trying to cut their losses. Their losses will be Cuz at least, but Perfect likely to go down as well. Megacone going to be helping out here as Doctom barely avoids the wind becomes lightning, but I just don't know whether that is even going to be enough as he slides over the wall. Canyon taking a bit of damage, but Gen.G just going to follow these minions towards this inhibitor turret. And man, I think they are looking to close this one out pretty quickly.
This is just looking not even close right now, and there's just no way.
I have to say that, no matter what.
Expectations are getting really low, right?
Yep. No one is enthusiastic. Let's just say that. Maybe trying to kill Keen is a good test.
Hey, at least Doctom has Infinity Edge now, so he does some damage.
They have the
3-item spike.
That's something.
That is. They don't have inhibitor turrets. Oh, apart from the top one. That's something. All right, KT, last-ditch effort. We said the last one was a Hail Mary. I don't know what the next level is. I think I got to Hail Mary too quickly because they have another opportunity to do a thing that is like a last gasp. You know, maybe that's what it is. As all right, wall is going to be put up. That does get the Trundle out of there, but that is just buying Gen.G the space to take down this inhibitor.
Canyon's 3 levels higher.
Oh, they're going for it. Let's see whether the raid boss can actually be taken down. They haven't killed the ads though, and unfortunately that means that the raid boss is all that more powerful. You have to do the mechanics. KT is Dr. I'm gonna get punished. Goes for a bit of a skate through the turret, but unfortunately he's out of the fight. PDD now looking for a little bit of an angle, but Perfect is gonna be torn to shreds. And the Nexus turrets will be next to go down. We won't see the revolting Aatrox with Chemtech Soul because unfortunately the Nexus is going to die beforehand. Duro having a little bit of a party on the fountain.
Canyon, no!
Canyon is tanking up an inner turret for some reason and is still able to kill PDD. Please put them out of their misery, and Gen.G will. They go to match point here in this best